I just want to make sure, hopefully I have the right person just so we can hold on to her. But I feel like there's a grandmother energy here. I don't know why, but I feel like this is either going to be like a great grandmother or your grandmother right there. But either way, this woman, she's telling me a name Dolores. So I don't know if you know a Dolores or if that's her name. And then she's telling me she's a seamstress. So do you have any connection with that, or did your grandmother pass away?
I only know one of my grandmothers, so I could not confirm or deny Dolores as a seamstress. Just because I am not familiar with the professions or any really much history of my like paternal grandparents. So
okay, so then that's probably why I felt the need to ask first, because usually I don't do that. I just go in because like she's telling me like she's a seamstress and her name's Dolores, and it's just write it down and just check in your family history. The name could be off, but I see a D, and then I kept hearing Dolores, and she made me write it, and like I feel like I was writing through the way she would have wrote it. And then she's showing me sewing. So just write it down and hold that one. But that's probably the reason why I had to ask first, because there's really no validation there. So, okay, I'm going to keep going then.
Okay.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Gary.
So when I connected with you, the first thing I thought of was school and college. So I don't know, did you go to college? Because like when I'm sitting with this energy and this message that's coming forward, for some reason I feel like I'm walking across the campus of like an Ivy League school. So does any of that make sense?
I did go to Catholic school my whole life, so I feel like
okay.
that could look like Ivy League and like a different premonition. So I was like, that might actually be.
It was definitely very East Coast, so I was glad to hear that you said that you're from New York. So it was just, I don't know.
Yeah, a Long Island school, a very nice. Catholic Long Island school.
Okay. And then for some reason, I don't know why, this is totally off ball. Do you chew a lot of gum? Or is like gum a thing for you? Because I keep seeing like Wrigley Spearmint gum and like the label, they're like holding a pack of gum in my face. I don't know why.
The only thing that would be very connected to that is my husband is a major Cubs fan and loves Wrigley Field, and Wrigley gum, if anything, is from Wrigley Field.
Okay, it's a bit of a stretch.
That's a really random one, but sure, there's deep connection.
Yeah. And then when you started mentioning what you do for a living, for some reason, I was seeing like, and I think this might be in the future, like an opportunity with something similar to QVC and selling things on TV. So they're like showing me this opportunity, like selling appliances. I'm not sure what this is, but it feels like something that could come forward in the future of like this opportunity to be on TV or in some sort of show selling things. So I don't know if that makes sense for you, or if that would be something that would be part of your business venture that you're planning. But that's definitely something that popped into my head.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I do have potential TV stuff, but not selling anything in particular quite yet. So
okay, cool.
There's something a little bit there, but we don't, it's very nebulous, if you will.
Okay. I don't know why, but I kept seeing like concrete words. So do you or your husband do anything with concrete, or have done anything with concrete?
Do old baseballs count?
I don't know, because I keep seeing a concrete mixer and like some kind of reference to concrete.
Maybe not. I mean, I recently just redid my basement, which required a lot of old masonry repair. So perhaps.
Cool. All right. I wanted to throw that out there. And then when I keep thinking about the TV opportunity, I feel like that's going to happen for you, and it's going to be really big. So I just wanted to leave you with that.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Cassandra.
I got a couple of things that came through. You were standing on the hillside in Ireland, crows were flying around you. And then when everything settled down, I heard one of the crows, they were like talking mind to my mind. And they are telling me that you're being guided by angels and by nature itself.
That's quite was it just crows you said?
They were crows. Yeah, they were crows flying like it looked like they were in a tornado, but they weren't in a tornado. They were like directly flying around a woman who was standing on the edge. And I always thought Ireland, but it could be like on the side of Big Sur. But they were definitely on the woman was standing alone, and I was assuming it was you, because they were flying all around you, and then one settled down, and I'm watching them walk to you like the little crows waddle, and then
love that
just was right. What I saw was just a crow, and then I'm listening, and then I started hearing, and I got my book and I started writing down as fast as I could. So I definitely heard autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your questions or your intentions. So what they're saying is the energy, they said autumn energy. I believe it's the angels also. They're ushering in. They're going to bring it in, and they're going to bring in the answers to your questions. And so I would assume just when you're in this time of renewal that you maybe take up a journal and start writing in the silence of the day or in a silent time for yourself. Start writing, jotting things down real quick, messages that you might get. Don't doubt them. If you see a crow, it's a sign. It's a sign to let it go. Whatever it is, if you see a lot of crows and whatever's going on in your mind, like if you're sitting there going, I should do this, and then you see a crow, just go and breathe. And just say, whatever your sign might be, I'd appreciate it if you'd show it to me. Because you have angels and nature itself on your side, girl. That's beautiful. I think that's why everybody's saying they're seeing so much beauty, because I see so much beauty in nature, in this world. So you have Mother Nature. That is so powerful. It's really quite beautiful. Thank you for letting me share this with you.
Thank you for sharing it with me. I did go to Ireland, and I really did enjoy the Cliffs of Moher. So it just felt like that's where we were, looking at the goats with crows, though.
I have a male figure here, so I don't know if it's particularly your father, but he makes me feel like it's father's side. There's no message besides that he's here, he's watching. But when I asked him, you need to give me something, I heard this male singing a lullaby to you. So, and it was really sweet. I don't know what this, honestly, I don't know what this is. It's really hard tonight for me, but he was just like telling you to go to sleep, like very sweetly. So I don't know if you have like a grandfather, father figure on that side, but he was singing like the song, go to sleep, but very sweetly, not in a creepy way.
It feels loving and totally okay.
Yeah, it really was, but then I'm singing it and it kind of sounds creepy if I'm being honest. But so they were just telling me that you just need to find balance. So I think it's going to be balance with work and like family life. I feel like you don't right now have children. Your job is like your project, but I don't want to say this, but I feel like, I don't know if you're interested in having children, but I feel there's going to be a new birth. So it's either with children or a project. I don't really want to say what I want to say, but so
I want you to say what you want to say, because now I'm excited. I want to know.
Well, okay, so do you have children right now?
I don't.
Okay, yeah, because I wrote 0. And then when, I'm just going to show you because it's weird. So I kept, like sometimes I fill out how many people. So it's either 2 siblings that you have or 2 siblings that are coming. And then I wrote like 0, 0 right now, like for you. So you see the 2?
I do. No, I see it. Okay.
Yep. So look, like everything's going to be your choice and what you want. So I have to watch what I'm going to say. But at the end of the day, like right now you don't have children, but I do see a birth coming. So I see 2. And
I hope that's not twins, but that's cool.
I don't know. Either way, 2 children are coming. I do feel like it's for you. And then I think this is why this man is singing the lullaby, like very nicely, go to sleep, go to sleep. But they're telling you have to find balance when this happens.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of projects coming your way, because I go, is it a birth? And they're like, there's both. So the projects are coming. So you just have to find that balance. It's going to hit you all at once.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting it. But yeah, but when this happens, it might be a little chaotic because you're gonna have all these other work projects and then your family life and all these things happening, and they're just telling you right now just to find that balance, plan it out, prepare, and then everything will go smoothly after that.
But yeah, you clearly are on the right path. And that, like, basically the last card that I pulled for you is like saying, like, out of the woods. You're out of the woods now. So whatever was the tough phase in your journey, like maybe it was getting it all started, or maybe it was like a decision to go a certain direction. But I'm hearing that you're out of the woods. You're on the right path, and basically, yeah, you're right there. So this is the time. Like, what you're doing now is the right thing. But I was more interested in like who you were before you kind of got into all this. And the first thing I was hearing is that where you came from, you just said you came from New York. So where you were before you moved here, like you weren't always, I feel like you weren't always, like you may have been the same person you've been now, but I feel like it was a little different experience for you. I feel like you had a little harder time, maybe in the area you came from, maybe having friends. You might not have been as extrovert, you might have been more of an introvert. I kind of feel like you definitely had a tougher time. And then as you grew older, you really kind of came into your own and discovered who you were and what you liked and what you're good at. I'm also, does that make any sense?
No, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's pretty accurate, so.
Okay, good. I like to be on the right track. Thank you.
But my grandfather died of cancer prior to me being born, like when my mom was like 17. So like he passed away, and he was a carpenter. So he used to go get like a hammer every year at the department stores, my grandmother has told me. And I'm a big DIYer. I'm very self-taught. So I credit him with all of my DIY skills. Like I say, he sits on my shoulder and whispers all the details in my ears, and I just kind of like figure it out. So it's funny because there's been like a lot of people are saying they have all these ideas, and it sounds like all the tabs that are open in my head. So it makes sense that you're all like, I don't know where to start, because it sounds like my brain. But he I think he's a strong male figure that I never really had, because growing up, my actual biological father was not present through most of my life since I was like 7 years old. So he's a male figure that in my brain is like present. And then my husband is also another beautiful, strong male figure in my life. So I think it's cool because you guys did touch on a lot of stuff that kind of tallied, tag teamed him, tag teamed my grandpa. Like,
not a lot of people like have this type of really strong connection to someone like that, so it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I never met the guy, but I have a really great photo of him because they're from off the boat. I have off the boat Italian family. So he came over in like 56, and nice. I got him smoking a cigarette outside of the Statue of Liberty next to the like life preserver. This is like 1956. It's like the best photo. He's always in my kitchen. I feel like he's chatting with me all the time.
He is.
Very much, Jessica.
He is. I love it.
He is, yeah, he really is.
I'm not crazy. This is great. This is perfect.
You are not crazy, girlfriend. At some point, we all probably thought we were until we just opened it up. Yeah, well, definitely your grandfather is very strong with you, and he comes through for you. So yeah, like Leah said, just because you haven't met somebody or sat with them, they are still around you, and they can be your team and your angels and your spirit guides. Like there's all these different things they can be, and I think that's truly what your grandfather stepped in today to say. Because even with the lullaby, and I said, there's a man singing you a lullaby, you said that you didn't know him, that he had passed when you were a baby. So there's my connection.